Hi guys, I'm back. I'm just going to be doing a Divine Feminine read here for the same time frame, January 16th through January 31st, from the new moon all the way to the full moon here. I really want to focus in on that energy. If you didn't watch my previous videos of me discussing in depth why I'm doing this, and that I'll be doing probably a weekly update from here as well, that is going to be a thing that happens. So without further ado, I'm going to hop right into it after prayer here, and we will get started. All right. Source God, Creator, Divine Blesser, please provide me with the ability to be used as a clear channel for a message from my highest angels in regards to what the Divine Feminine Collective need to do in their twin flame journey. Thank you. Amen. All right, let's get into this here. So right away, this is the Seven of Cups. Oh, wow. Cards are just flying out left and right. Oh, pretty much be ready here. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I felt like the end of it here. Like I said, I don't typically do reverse meanings to these cards unless I'm feeling really drawn to it, or it overall just absolutely makes sense that it's a reverse card for what they've been portraying in the message here. So let's just go with a quick breakdown of what I'm seeing so you can kind of see what's going on. This is the Seven of Cups here. This is all about choices. This is a lot less negative than in the Rider-Waite deck. For this deck in particular, it's still very much about choices, though. Emotional choices. This is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is somebody that's really passionate. It can be a message. Maybe a little bit lustful. Someone who has passion that's seeking that out. This is the Ace of Swords. This is the Ace of Wands. And this is the Star card. Ace of Swords is going to be some sort of probably mental breakthrough, new realization, some clarity in a situation. This is the Ace of Wands. This is a new beginnings and passion. Could be a start into something career-wise, like some sort of creative start in career-wise. Maybe people are going back to school, something like that. The overall energy here is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is all about a new beginning, some sort of offer, a grounded offer, three-dimensional offer. So let's get some clarifiers on this and see what we have going on. All right, right away. So to me, this is talking about the choice and different choices, and all of a sudden you're going to be presented with basically a fork on the road, which is what the Two of Swords is representing here. Which direction you want to take with your life, which emotional path do you want to go down in your life, and with that you come in with the Hangman here. The Hangman is typically an energy of being in contemplation or thought, kind of being a little bit stuck. But I'm really seeing this more as something of them, you getting a different look at something, a fresh perspective, what you want, where it's coming in, or something like that. Take whatever resonates with you, and obviously leave the rest. Don't try and make this fit your situation. My readings just very well might not be for you. You might not be in the same timeline or storyline that I'm currently in. Alright, so this is your Divine Masculine showing up into the picture. The Divine Masculine is being represented as the King of Swords here, and it's being followed up with the Ace of Swords. This tells me that the Divine Masculine really steps up and maybe sees something from a logical perspective, or brings in some sort of very logical conversation, has a fresh insight to something, a new perspective, a new view of it. And with that, this new view, you have this Ace of Swords showing up. So this is all about this mental breakthrough, this new idea, something logical, something some sort of new founding here. Okay, it's being portrayed right here, so we might hear more about what this is. The Knight of Wands here. Let's see what this entails. So, I don't know why, but I'm really getting called to relay this message here. But the Seven of Cups could be people trying to decide between if they want to stay in this twin flame journey, and if they want to maybe seek out, you know, a soulmate, a karmic partner, maybe having some emotional choices like that. You know, it could even be as like much as like, hey, do I just want to give up on my situation here and move into just like really focusing on my connections with my friends, something like that, right? So the Knight of Wands comes in, and it's followed up with the Chariot, then the Seven of Swords, then the Four of Swords, and then the World. So this is talking to me about someone taking control over maybe a very passionate and lustful situation in their life. I keep leaning back towards this lust, but obviously don't make it fit. If it's just a bunch of passion and maybe this is talking about someone taking control over that situation in their life and moving forward with it, and in a practical sense, in a balanced sense. What's being followed up with that, and that it's talking about, is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is all about sneaking around, deceptions, lies, sneaky behavior. So this to me is somebody saying, hey, this sneaky behavior, I'm gonna get in control of it. I'm not putting up with it anymore. I'm over that situation. This can't be a thing, or whatever. Like either that means you're walking away from it, or you're setting ground rules. You're standing up in that sort of a situation. This comes with some time to reflect and meditation on what it is that whatever that situation is or looks like or means to you, whatever you got going on in your life that fits into that situation. It says that you're going to take some time to really think about it so you can gain this control. You're going to figure out a way to go about it, and whether that means you move on from whatever situation, okay, or if that means that you have to set new ground rules or have a conversation, or there needs to be some sort of progression so you know that it's not happening. You got to think about it. You got to figure out what works and makes sense for your situation. With that, when you go through that meditative stage, you're going to, sorry guys, when you go through that, you're going to come through and complete this journey here. You're going to complete this this cycle of your life. That's what the World card is coming in. So this talks about the end of the deception, the sneaking around, because you've essentially worked out a plan and worked out some sort of situation that you no longer have to deal with that kind of energy anymore. And when you come through with that, it completes the entire cycle. And this part of your life that maybe you've been stuck in for a while, ultimately it ends. It ends that phase of the life, and you move on to whatever this new beginning is here. And this Ace of Swords, this Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. So, sorry about that. Let's see what this Ace of Swords is here, because I have a feeling this is going to be some sort of conversation that happens from the Divine Masculine. So some sort of a breakthrough, some sort of enlightenment. Something that they say to you is going to trigger something here. I feel like that's the message here. So what this is saying is whatever that conversation, whatever that breakthrough is, that moment of enlightenment, it brings in the balance of the emotion, of the spirituality, the feelings. It ultimately balances out the situation. And this burden that you've been experiencing and feeling, it comes to that completion cycle. It ends. That's the Ten of Wands there that you're looking at. And this burden ends. This portion of the journey that has been such a burden with that sneaking around and, when is this going to come? When is this part going to end so I can move on to the next part? Now, essentially, whenever this conversation happens, that's when. So whenever the Divine Masculine approaches you with said conversation, it's going to open up that pathway of, either you got to go left or right, and whatever you choose is going to bring in the balance and the end of the burden. So whether that means you leave that situation or you move forward with it and you have the reasons and the grounding to move forward with it, it completes the burden here. And this talks about you moving forward with victory and success with the Six of Wands. So this is good. This is all good energy. This breakthrough brings you everything that you've been hoping for. Whether or not they're still in the picture, obviously, that is important. Who doesn't want to have their Divine Masculine still in the picture, obviously. But this is more or less saying that whatever choice you make it for the right reason. You move forward, and it brings in this next portion of your life here, and you get ultimately what you need and what you're wanting out of it. All right, so this Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands brings in the Three of Pentacles here. So whatever creative new beginning that happens here, whatever this to me really, guys, really strikes me as you getting on your soul mission or whatever your calling here is. This is talking about maybe the start of that or the start of the combined journey, because this is about partnership in some sort of like business sense, but partnership all the same. Could still be about a third party energy, but I'm just not really picking up that vibe here. Not in this setting, because what you see here is that what's being represented next is the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is somebody that's grounded in their situation, especially financially. And with this Ace of Pentacles being over here, this could be very much the start of a new business idea or, like I was saying, spiritual path journey. Start here. She's being represented. Look who shows up to join her. The King of Cups. I think we've all been waiting for the King of Cups to really be prevalent in our divine masculine. The King of Cups is that emotional role, that emotional fulfillment role, that person that comes in and is ready to show you all that love and affection that is in there, that maybe they just haven't been the best at presenting, And this is saying that when all of this plays out, you're gonna have the King of Cups show up here, and that they're gonna step into that role finally. All right, so this is the Star card. The Star card is all about wishes and hopes and dreams. and really staying kind of on the bright side of things. Alright, so we have the Empress, the Three of Cups, and Courage. That's kind of a weird little read there, but basically it's saying that you have hope here, that you're gonna step into your full three-dimensional power of who you are throughout this entire process. Where I think a lot of us have been very much in a fifth-dimensional role and really embracing our 5D selves and maybe not focusing as much on our three-dimensional selves. This is talking about you coming into that. Now you're going to be in your three-dimensional power here. With that comes celebration, obviously. There's some sort of celebration here that happens. This could be third-party situation. This could be the return possibly to that third-party situation, or saying that the third-party situation is still prevalent. However, I'm not really picking up on that. I will ask for clarification though on this in particular. We're just going to read it as celebration now. So some sort of celebration, happy times. And this is because you've managed to maintain that strength, that courage, and that control over the entire situation and this growth throughout it all. You know, this is saying to me, you step into your role finally as this Empress, and because you step into the role as your Empress, you get the celebration. You get this, you know, and it's because you have the courage. Spirit, when you were saying Three of Cups, or when you put the Three of Cups down here, what did you mean by that? Can I get some clarifiers in regards to the Three of Cups? So again, this makes sense to me. These are the two cards that just came out. So this is celebration. This is totally just celebration and good times. This is good times, good fortune, all of that. And the reason I'm saying that is because we have the new beginning, the founded new beginning, and the three-dimensional in your passion, in your spirit, you know. So this to me is saying, dude, you're gonna celebrate because you really have stepped into a major part of your life. This is a big portion of who you're gonna be. So that's in relation to the Three of Cups, not third party, which is good because I've been really tired of this third party thing for a while. Let's just get an overall ending message here. Spirit, if you have any closing thoughts or overall outcome, can we see that, please? All right. So I don't know why, but I'm really feeling called to leave this Five of Pentacles upside down like this, which changes the meaning. So this talks to me about a very quick time, and I think this is in relation here to actually this Knight of Wands that's underneath this, and this to me is that I'm saying, hey, all this situation that you have unfolded under here, you've been feeling like you've been left out in the cold again and again and again and again. That's over. This is done. With it being upside down like that, this to me represents the end of that time. Overall ending message here from bottom of the deck here is going to be the Six of Cups, which is all about somebody from your past returning. Hate it when my Divine Masculine returns. It's the worst, right, guys? Obviously not. Hey, guys, stay strong. Have faith. I don't know. We'll pull one of these cards, see what we get out of it. What I'm showing here, I wish this wasn't on glare here, but what this card is here is it's the Wisdom card. So this is all about just, you know, you realizing and coming into your strength and your power, and through your wisdom and through your perseverance of everything here, and learning how to pick the correct timelines and paths for your life that ultimately make the most sense for what you're wanting. So very much this is about you stepping into your power as the Empress here, and you do that through wisdom by setting up whatever your you know, your soul mission is, because you realize you've come to the realization that once you have this soul mission started and set out on course, that it's no longer in the universe's best interest to keep you and your Divine Masculine separated at all. In fact, it's detrimental to the universe. This is the entire reason they've set up the Twin Flame journey for you, was so that you could come in together to work on this. So really, guys, end message is going to be focus on whatever your soul mission is. It's going to really speed this all up, and when you do that, you know, expect the conversation to come in here. With this conversation from your Divine Masculine, you know, expect it to be honest. That doesn't mean pleasant necessarily, but honest, you know. Yeah, don't be surprised if you hear about some of your faults, some of your setbacks that you've held back in this relationship, things like that. Obviously as well as theirs, but you know, this is going to be one of the more honest conversations. Probably one of those conversations that starts out and you're just like, oh God, why are we doing this? And then by the end of it, you're like, I'm glad we did this. I don't know. Take that message for what it's worth. If it resonates, it resonates. Obviously, don't try and force anything that's not meant to fit. So, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm not currently offering private readings, but that is possible to change in the future if I get a bunch of requests for them. So, thank you guys. Have a good day.